beautiful afternoon to you, and you are still listening to your darling station, Radio Papa 101.9 FM, the star station. And for time check, it is 9 minutes past the hour of one. And it's a beautiful afternoon for us to talk about politics. And this period is election period, so you'll be getting a lot of this kind of programs here on your darling station, Radio Papa 101.9 FM, the star station. And it's political hour on your darling station. My name is Paul Emmanuel. Okay, so we have a gentleman here, and in fact, his name. I'm really hoping that the name goes follows what he is going to represent today. But I have a wonderful gentleman here, and we are going to be discussing politics, and you'll be hearing from him and his own angle too, and what he has to say to you. Because one thing I like about political hour is that we enlighten you. We don't just go with our emotions, but we try to enlighten you on the facts, and that is what we have come here to do today. Okay, so I'm talking about no other person than Ambassador Okechukwu Chukwuemeka, aka the Wisdom. Welcome to Papando.
Thank you, our exceptional journalist. You are
Yes,
doing a great job.
yeah, welcome. And yes, he is the co-chairman on media to Honorable Sir Peter Ibida, and he is the chief whip of Anambra State House of Assembly, Abra candidate for Dunukofia, Unjikoka, and Anyocha North Federal Constituency. And he was a former director of media to Governor Suludo's campaign in Njikoka's local council. So welcome once again.
Thank
Okay,
you for having me.
yes, let's just dive down because it's politics, and you know that everybody's emotion is high. Everybody wants to know what is happening. Let me first of all ask you before we go down into the main discussion. How do you see politics this time? With the changes, with the awareness, and with everything that has been happening, and how is it also in your constituency?
All right. Well, looking at the political system at this moment, I think is evidence of the fact that our people are becoming more politically conscious.
Yes.
Okay. Political happenstances today shows that people really want to experience transformational change,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily change, but
Okay.
transformational change. You see
Yes.
people clamoring for change, clamoring for credibility, clamoring for leaders of vision and
Yes.
integrity. It shows that they are aware that power belongs to them and they want to make use of that power to enthrone good governance in the system. So, if you look at the political firmament today, see politicians moving around with their manifesto, wooing people and their votes, telling
Yes.
them how magnificent their manifesto and plan may be. But it behoves on the people. They said sovereignty and power belongs to the people, according to
Yes.
our foremost leader, Chukwemeka Odumegwu. And that's exactly why you see people moving out from Aso moving out from National Assembly, coming down to the root of the grass to campaign for votes.
Yes.
Power truly belongs to the people. And I tell Nigerians, if they are able to harness the political strength they have, there's no doubt that governance must change for good
Mm.
if we get it right. So
Okay.
Nigeria has myriads of problems. It's visible to a blind man that Nigeria is in comatose,
Okay.
political conundrum, violence, or what you may call political quagmire. And it's only true leadership that is sincere and visionary that can emancipate this country.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why we deem it necessary to fish out the good ones and canvass for them. Because politics is a game of number. One
Yes.
candidate cannot win an election for himself. He must have followers, and those
Yes.
followers must canvass for him. You can only get to that seat with the support and confidence and trust of the people.
Mm.
And that is why we deem it fit to seek for the right people,
Okay.
people who are well embellished with necessary disposition to get it right. Somebody like Honorable Dr. Pete Ibida, the chief whip of Anambra State House of Assembly. He vied at the primaries, and luckily for us, he got the mandate to fly the flag of Apuga for Dunukofia, Njikok, and Anocha constituency. And that's exactly why I'm here, to tell Anambrarians, to tell Nde Njikoka, Ndi Dunukofia, and Anocha, this is the right man that can get things work. Okay? We are
Yes.
not here for sentiment. We are not necessarily here to tell you about party without performance. Apuga is known for performance. They have been able to outsmart every other people that did whatever they did in the past. Now, if you look, you see for yourself projects that are verifiable, that are people oriented, that is meant to touch the lives and well being of the people. If you look at the scorecard of Honorable Sapiti Bida, it is audible to the deaf and visible to a blind man what he has been able to do. He has outperformed his predecessors. He's doing a great job that is impossible to ignore. All the wards in our constituency is littered with his projects, gargantuan projects. His tenure in the representation of Njikoka too witnessed a gargantuan geometric progression of development in that constituency. And that is why we deem it fit to send him to go and represent us at the federal level. For the people of Dunukofia, Njikoka, and Danocha, we need to get it right. We need to feel the impact of federal government. And we can only achieve that with people who have the necessary wherewithal, the prowess, the experienced parliamentary insight to strike it at the federal level and get development to the grassroots for the well-being and the happiness and the political hallelujah of people at the grassroots, especially the people of Dunukofia, Njikoka, and Anocha constituency. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, thank you. And we are not just going to be speaking all the grammars for those that are saying, Paul Emmanuel has Congo and he has got the wisdom to come and finish us with all the English.
That's
We're
right.
speaking also in the Igbo dialect.
That's
okay?
right.
So you feel free to also switch as we blast the English, we
That's
blast
good.
the Igbo, so everybody listening will be carried along. Like I said, political hour is all about facts.
Yeah.
We try to give you the facts and make sure you are informed. So when you are going to vote, you don't go with just emotions, but you go with what you know.
Conviction, reason.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Honorable Peter Ibida. Now, you have said a lot of things already as an introduction. Now, what do you think is the difference between him and other political parties and other political parties candidates? What do you think is the what people can see and say that this is the reason why we want to go for Sir Peter Ibida? Let's start with that.
Well, thank you so much for that question. I think that is the selling point of why I'm here.
Okay.
The reason is that Honorable Sapiti Bida is a distinguished leader. Let me not call him a politician.
Okay.
He's more of a leader than a politician. You know why?
No.
He's people-oriented and the result-oriented. Honorable Sapiti Bida hails from Nimo. He has the title of Idenimo. The people of Abagana, due to his magnificence, his exceptionality, conferred on him Ugumba Abagana. Also in Aba community gave him the title of, what's that the name of the title? When I remember, I will let you know.
Okay.
This town are the component towns he represents at Njikoka, as Njikoka one constituency. Those three towns makes up Njikoka one constituency.
Okay.
And it's because he's performing exceptionally. That is why they conferred on him those prestigious titles.
Okay.
Last year, we had a successful primaries that enthroned him to be the flag bearer of the party. I'm talking about All Progressive Party, Party Nkanyi, Party IGD, Party Chukwuma, Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu nyere anyị n'aka si anyị were ya gaba ka ife ka ọkụ ghara ịnyụnara ndị Igbo. So wee bụrụ ya, since ya nwe anyị na-emekwanụ campaign, na-eme consultation, and we are at the peak of it. If you go to the town now, you see how people are clamoring for Honorable Sapiti Bida. Go to the markets, go and see our stakeholders. They are telling us that it's only Piti Bida that they know.
Okay.
And that is why we should talk about steering track record. It's foremost in consideration of anybody that is going to represent us. Yes, you are very good, but what have you done? Let us see your pedigree. Let's see your antecedent. And if you go to his constituency today, I'm not here to exaggerate or to give you audio achievement. No, they are verifiable. Honorable Sapiti Bida have been able to attract and erect health centers in the three communities he represents. All the wards under his constituency has received one structure or the other. Go to markets in Aba. They have lock-up shops built by Honorable Sapiti Bida. They have pavilions. And that is the beauty of their market today. Not that the people cannot provide a good you know, market for themselves. But because Honorable P.T. Ibida knows what is good for the community, he discussed with the stakeholders and directed it for them. And you see the economic well-being and prosperity of the people growing. The same thing is applicable in Abagana. You see boreholes in the wards in Abagana. You see pavilions, you see lock-up shops. He also attracted road that is under construction at the moment. And our very creative and working governor went there some days ago for inspection to see how the pace of the work, to see how the work is being done. That road was attracted by Honorable Sapiti Bida. And some other roads that are in the pipeline, and Soludo is giving it necessary attention. Go to Nimo. Nimo is his hometown. Before I forget, he also has a health center in Abagana, built by him. You go to Nimo, the same thing, health center, built from start to finish. Boreholes in the wards. You talk of empowerment. You talk of scholarship. You talk of widows that he used to assist. Indigent students, he used to give them scholarship. Hundreds of them.
Okay.
He has done a lot. I don't know where to start. But these things I'm telling you are verifiable. And that is why the people of Njikoka, too, are leading in his campaign. Other local governments have seen what he has done. Nobody in the history of Njikoka 2 constituency has done what Honorable Sapiti Bida is doing now. What he has achieved is too gargantuan to think of. Onye na-anya ọfụ, onye zọ ọkpa ọzọlụ. So ife anyị na-ekwu bụ na Honorable Sapiti Bida bụ onye mepụtagolo ife anyị fụrụ anya. We are not sending you to Green Chamber because of the beauty of your face. We are sending you there because of what you have done and what we believe you can do. He has that competence. He has the political sagacity and legislative prowess to touch the lives of ordinary man in his constituency. And that is the essence of going there, to bring federal government presence in our constituency, Dunukofi and Jikoka, and the Anocha Federal Constituency. I have a lot to say. If you give me that time, I will exhaust it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we'll still be discussing because this is political hour, and we have a lot of things to talk about too. And we just have few more weeks, days for the general election, and few more. Let me just put it weeks for the other election coming up. But this is the question now. He's going to represent this constituency. Now we are used to promise and fail. What do you have to say about that? Now, people come and say, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, we are going to, and this has been the type of politics we have been seeing over time. So, what do you think Honorable Sir Peter Ibida is going to do different? Because we want someone that can be accountable, someone that can be transparent. So, what do you have to say about it?
Well, those who know Honorable Sir Peter Ibida, we know that he's a man of integrity, a man of probity, a man who is credible, who is capable. He has the capacity to lead. When it comes to accountability, he's exceptional. When it comes to responsibility, he's top-notch. Judging from what we know, we can draw a conclusion that he is the most credible to represent us. He has the leadership sagacity, and most importantly, that parliamentarian insight. He is the chief whip of Anambra State House of Assembly, very close to the speaker. So he has the knowledge, and he has his track record that is exceptional in any front. Under his ascendancy, many people were appointed to be SA, EA, even councillors. And those people, very many of them are youths. You see that he's giving power to the youths, making them to be adroit, useful in the society, channeling that their energy to productivity. At the same time, you know what it means to get an appointment. You have people who will feed from you. That is what they call stomach infrastructure.
Mhm.
So Honorable Peter Ibida doesn't stop at physical infrastructure. He
Okay.
also talks about stomach infrastructure, empowering our people. Because if you don't empower the people, there's no way the society can move. The
Yeah.
society is an assemblage of the people.
Yeah.
So you have to impact on the people. And that impact is visible in Njikoka 2 constituency. And we have never seen a politician or a leader like him. That is why we call him an iconic leader. And the best thing you can do for a good performer is to give him more jobs. If you are good as a national team player, as a national football player, uh, Chelsea, Manchester will begin to look for you,
Mhm.
and that is giving you more work
Yes.
for you to make more gains for your people. So that is why we are sending Honorable Sapiti Vida. And remember, he's a noble knight of St. John International. So when you talk about probity, he's a A1 candidate. He's a man of his own word, man of honesty. He doesn't tell you A and tomorrow you will see him doing B. Go there now. Our traditional rulers, they all know him very well. They always talk about him. That is why they gave him title. Our church leaders. And he is the second vice chairman of Oka Diocesan Pastoral Council. You can't get such title if you don't have the necessary credibility and probity.
Mm.
So Honorable Piti Bida is just a beautiful wife. The people of Dunukofia, Njikok, and Danocha, everybody wants to marry him.
Mm.
And preponderance of the people of this constituency are clamoring for him. And that is why his victory will be an easy one. It's going to be a walkover for him. Because most important thing in the election is, do you have that public acceptance? What is the people talking about you? The people you represent, do they feel your impact as their leader, as their representative? And Honorable Sapiti Vida is somebody who is obsessed.
Mm.
He's obsessed with the aspiration of his people.
Okay.
He always think of what am I going to do in order to improve the welfare of my people? What will I do so that my people will always say good of me? And we remember that if somebody they trusted this authority in doesn't uh, 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 do anything that is below the expectation, he has surpassed our expectation. He has done what we don't believe that somebody who is representing can do. And another thing is that many people are telling us he didn't tar their road to their bedrooms, he didn't prepare food in their kitchen. No, he's just a lawmaker. It's just that he's somebody who is smart, who is serious minded in legislative business. And that is why he goes extra mile to convince the governor, look at the problem of my people. How well can you help me? Please help me. My people are in dear need of this. And the governor will look into it and see the need to assist the people. And the governor always has that listening ear for him. That is why you see transformation going on in Njiko Katu constituency. And governor has been there. It's a priority project for the governor. And he promised us that in the nearest time, that road leading to Nimo from Oyago Abagana will be completed. And some other works that are in the pipeline, just like I said before. As I'm telling you, if you see what Honorable Sapiti Bida has achieved in our constituency, you will even lobby me to become a member of my constituency. So thank you so much. Well done.
Okay, okay, thank you. So we're going to short break and when we are back, we'll open the phone line. If you have a question for our guests in the studio, feel free to call. Remember, this is political hour, so you can ask your questions and you can, yeah, ask some important questions too. That I know that the wisdom will be glad to hear from you. Okay, so we're going to short break and when we are back, we'll open the phone lines. Don't go anywhere and don't touch the dial.
Alpha.
Hmm?
Alpha.
Yeah.
Will feel it. Correct. All my principals will chief week.
Okay.
No one will chief week. Okay?
Okay.
Well, I already call on our Bazina farm.
Yeah, I understand.
So no one but the Africa candidates. No one presently chief whip of Anambra State.
Okay.
So I think it's clear to you.
I understand. I
So
understand.
Quality coffee and Abazin Afam.
No, 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 understand.
Are you streaming?
Yes, ma'am.
You know he has jingle. Jingle had the never.
You have to play it, oh, please.
All that is paying intermittent.
Which one is doing that? I covered it.
So how do we search for it now?
What?
Ibida, okay, check Ibida.
Okay,
Check
Okay,
Ibida.
okay,
Ibida.
that one.
How do you put on my phone?
Okay.
Don't worry. I've seen it.